Poppers. A Poppers.
Caelyn YouTube.
Hey readers, it's Caelyn Shaner, and this is Obsessive Immersive Disorder. So I'm wearing this tiara, right? Which, you know, was supposed to be a whole lead-in into some of the jewelry that I looked up for you guys this week. Based on the jewelry, the very fantastical jewelry found in the novel that I went over this week. And that was supposed to be the whole surprise gag that just went unmentioned for a while. And eventually I would go, oh, this old thing, I just leave it lying around. Yeah, new gag, guys. Apparently, I'm Cruella de Vil, and I wear animals in my everyday life. Alive ones. Yeah, so, hi, Papas. So, hi, readers. Excited to be back this week. God, my face is really blanched out because I'm so close to the camera. And I have to bend over so he doesn't fall off. Papas, no! Alright. So that concludes this week's video. I hope you had fun. God damn that cat. Okay, so this week, sorry. Okay. I recently read Spinning Silver by Naomi Novik, which I'm not going to say this book was perfect. I had some issues, but that does not mean I didn't enjoy it. I really, really liked this book. So, if you're here and you're watching me, then you probably read this book. You read the tag on the video. You saw the title on the video. We all know why you're here. Which I found some goodies for you this week, guys. Oh my gosh, I love this. Okay, so the clothes are probably my favorite part of this series. I gotta say, like last week with Cersei and the Greek dresses and everything, just like, oh, I want all of these. And this week, guys, I found some cute dresses for you. Don't get me wrong, I'm really excited about that. But the jewelry this week, oh my god, guys, it's gorgeous. And there were some really outlandish ones that are just like icicles, like just like freaking 2 or 3 feet in the air off your head. Give me a second. I'm pulling up the pictures on my phone. I'm sorry. He melted the coins in a small hot oven that the jewelers shared in the middle of their stalls, and then he poured the liquid silver into a mold, a thick one made of iron. When it had half cooled, he took it out with his leathered fingertips and engraved a pattern into the surface, fanciful, full of leaves and branches. It didn't take him long. The silver melted easily and cooled easily, and took the tiny tip of his engraving knife easily. When he was done, he tipped the ring onto black velvet, and we just looked at it together in silence. What I found for you guys is kind of nothing like that. I'm sorry. What I did find for you guys, though, is affordable, gorgeous, and sort of fits the overall motif of the other jewelry and just the theme of the novel. It's beautiful, and really, if I'd have to say, I'd say, like, if I were reading the description for the necklace or the crown that comes later in the book, and then just took that description and made a ring out of that, this is probably the ring that I would come up with, if I'm being honest. So it's part ring, part bracelet, and just so pretty. And then you can see here the little emblem thingy, the little circular deal in between the ring part and the bracelet part is a snowflake. Aww. How cute. And it's just so perfect for this novel with the eternal winter and the ice historic king and all of that shiznit. It's done, he said afterwards, and picked it up in his hands. The silver hung over his broad palms like icicles, and we stood there looking at it silently together for a while. And blah 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 blah, a couple paragraphs later. She wasn't especially pretty, speaking of one of the other main characters, not the moneylender. I would have said only ordinary, except her hair was long and thick and lustrous. But it didn't really matter with the necklace on her. It was hard even to glance away from her, with winter clasped around her throat. Clasped around her throat! And the silver gleam catching in her veil and in her dark eyes as she looked at herself in the mirror on the wall there. And it has the loops of chains, which, how else am I supposed to visualize silver lace? So there's the necklace. Moving on. Isaac made the crown in that one feverish week, laboring upon it in his stall in the marketplace. He dipped out cupfuls of silver and hammered out thin sheets to make the fan-shaped crown. Tall enough to double the height of a head, and then with painstaking care added droplets of melted silver in mimic of pearls, laying them in graceful spiraling patterns that turned upon themselves and vined this way and that. He borrowed molds from every other jeweler in the market and poured tiny flattened links by the hundreds, then hung glittering chains off them. Of them. Fuck me. Then hung glittering chains of them linked from one side of the crown to the other, and fringed along the rest of the wide fan's bottom edge. So let's have a look here, shall we? Okay guys, I love this fucker. I love it with my heart. All of it. And then for Miriam, the moneylender, she makes herself a gold crown. Probably my favorite out of all of them because this thing is so pretty and it's like $40. Like, I would pay $40 for a crown like that. So I found one bluish dress that I think is described towards the end of the novel. I looked and looked and looked and looked after I finished reading it. I forgot to post it, note it, post it, note it. So I couldn't find it later, or like bookmark it. I forgot to do that. So I don't know exactly what the dress looks like, except for like a vague memory of reading passage. But I'm pretty sure it was light blue, and I'm pretty sure it was glittery. Like it had like beading on it. So this is the dress I found that sort of matches that description, and it was the prettiest one, and it's mostly affordable. And then the other thing is Miriam, the main character, one of the three main characters, like the main character, she turns the silver into gold. She gets whisked away to the Stark Kingdom after she completes the tasks. And then magically, in this magic kingdom, can do it with her fingertips. It's magic now. It's not just like, oh, I turned this around for a profit and got gold coins. It's like, oh, silver? Boop! You're gold now! So I found some sequiny dresses, which don't quite fit that description. Like, if you took something, it's not just going to be sequins, it's just going to be gold thread. It's already silver thread, and now it's gold thread. And that's about it for the clothes. Foistival. Let's get out of the way of the home decor because that is the weakest point on my list. I'm sorry, you guys. Here, I'm gonna throw up some pictures. Whoosh. But basically what you're dealing with is snowflakes. Maybe some Jewish decor because one of the main characters is Jewish. Maybe some Russian decor because I think they're Russian. It's never explicitly said. Somebody else said maybe medieval Hungary. Hungarian. I don't know. Anyway, if you're not Jewish, maybe you don't want that. Maybe it's like, yeah, that's cool. It really built the character well, but I mean, what am I gonna do with it? And you really just want more of the fairy tale aspect, which I totally understand, which is basically silver and gold and snowflakes. So, unless you're super rich and can decorate your entire house in silver and gold, and go around singing the song from Rudolph, silver and gold, then you're kind of stuck with the snowflakes, which basically means just going to Christmas ornament sales after Christmas when it's on clearance, and that's basically it. Then also in the home decor, the one little bright spot, my actual favorite piece, is this canopy holder. I don't know how it works, if you like stuff the canopy curtains up in there, but I've always wanted one, and my friend had one. It wasn't a crown, it was like a chandelier type thing, but oh my god, just go out and buy it for me! Just go and send it to my address, and my fiance can bitch about it later. I don't care if it's girly and princessy, I want it! Give it to me, because you love me. Please. Please. I won't survive without it. I won't. Please. I'm begging you. And then, just like last week, we're doing the fan art section, which is super scarce this week. I don't know why there's so few of these, because there's just so much imagery in this novel that screams, draw me like one of your French girls. But no, we got a handful of these, but to their credit, they are beautiful. I love them. But here she is in her like rags of the rags to riches stage, and she looks very true to her heritage and determined and take no shit kind of. But it's just a lovely drawing of the girl and the background and the magical coins, and I really like this picture. Then we have the only other one I could find, because life's a jerk, is of one of the other three MCs. The Tsarina, she marries the Tsar, and then she wears the jewelry, which is part of her dowry to get the Tsar. So she's the one with the fancy crown and necklace and ring that I was just raving about earlier. And here we have this uncolored sketch of her in this, like, it reminds me of the, oh guys, okay, I gotta find it. Okay, like, how much does this picture of this crown remind you guys of the, okay, just stop with the glare, stop with the, of the Anastasia crown, which I know they're both supposed to be like Russian, I think, maybe Hungary. I mean, Anastasia's definitely Russian, but like Russian-ish. But like I know they're supposed to both be like Russian stories. But like I've always loved that crown. Like I've always just loved that freaking crown, and the movie and the princess, because I'm a Disney nerd and shiznit. But I love this crown. And then the one in the picture is like the same thing, and it doesn't show all the detailing, the intricate hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of chains and links and shit, and the icicular, I don't even know if that's like a word, if I can say that, if I'm supposed to say that, like I don't even know, but like icicular crown, Certainly the necklace seems a little more on point. It shows her with a ring on her thumb, which I guess makes sense, because her dad originally bought the ring for himself, and guys tend to have bigger fingers than girls, and so if she were to wear it, it'd probably only fit her thumb, which is really good thinking overall. But she just looks so pretty, and she's wearing that dress, and you know, it's just a really good sketch, so go check that out, link in the description below. And then last but not least, guys, I have your playlist for y'all. Last week I linked you to a playlist that was already pre-done. I did some searching, found my favorite one, listened to the whole thing, so I knew whether or not to put my stamp. This is Caelyn Shaner approved. But, you know, it turned out pretty well. I liked it. This week, I get nothing for you guys. So, I made up one of my own. I went through and found all of my favorite songs that really spoke to how the protagonist, like, how they thought, because there's 3 of them, so some of them are a little different, like some of them are more bold, some of them are more getting out of a bad situation, like an abusive home life and stuff, but they're really empowering and inspiring songs. And then I also threw in some Jewish wedding music, since there's like 2 Jewish weddings in this book. Just to give you a feel, I went through like my favorite ones, tried to find the most traditional and original ones that I could for you guys, because there's some like really updated and really new stuff, and so I tried to go for as old as I could find, because this is, you know, based on like medieval Russia. And then, segueing into that, I also found some fun Russian music to throw on this playlist. But overall, it was just a really fun read, and I really enjoyed it. Go check out all the shit that I'm linking you to down in the description below, and I hope you guys had as much fun as I did. I hope you thought Apophis was really cute. I did not intend to wear him as a scarf. It just kind of happened. Hope you guys like cats, because he's fucking adorable. And I will see you later. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Go check out my website, and I will have a new book for you next week. Bye, guys!